Here's a little town that we're passing through on our route called Madison. It's in Florida. And this is a very quaint, pretty little town. It's got a really nice little downtown area. We'll show it to you. This is just going to be a snippet as we're traveling, and we don't really have time to really stop and invest a lot of time in it. But let's have a look. In the 1800s, Madison was a successful cotton town. After the Civil War, many of the now formerly enslaved people stayed on, along with their descendants. Today, it's very bustling. Nice little park over there. Not much to see over that way. So these buildings have been here for, I'm guessing, a long time. 1800s, I'd guess, but look at this one. These buildings are a hint as to its prosperity in eras past. Wow. I've been through a lot of small towns, and these buildings for the time period are pretty grand. Private property. But I love the balcony. It's amazing. And look at the, see if I can zoom in here. Pure artistry in these buildings. Something we lost somewhere. Something way over there. And it's kind of bustling. It's not a dead town by any means. That's something I wanted to look at back. Ooh. You can see the backs of some buildings. That's always fun. This isn't even the town square. This is on the outer ring of town. You always see the fronts of buildings, but sometimes seeing the unmolested backs of buildings is pretty cool. I think I'm on the wrong street for what I was trying to show you, but here's a little church. St. Mary's Episcopal Church, but you can see it's a historic building. And then this little house over here I just love. Love that bay window on the side and that front porch. Let me zoom in a little more without being all creepy. It's just a really pretty little house. One day Stacy and I are going to come back down here and go to hike the trails at Suwannee State Park. We stopped in there today, but office was closed. You had to pay with a QR code and we had no signal, so you couldn't pay to get in. So we're going to have to think this through a little bit more before we try to do it. And we're traveling. But we hit that. This isn't far from it, so maybe we can do a little bit more on this town. Now I'm gonna try my luck a little bit. Look at these flowers. I'm gonna walk up on here. Looks like it's for sale. Look at this. Look at the style. Ignore that private property sign. Look at the bricks. And we'll just get off this before a guy from out of town gets in trouble for trespassing. I like alleyways. And just a really nice looking courthouse. Some of these courthouses are a work of art in themselves. There's more buildings over that way. Town Square. Look at this one. And before I go, I want to zip over to this little park over here. We're going to look at this monument. So the Four Freedoms Monument. The Four Freedoms were stated by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in his annual message to Congress, January 6, 1941. Freedom of speech and expression, freedom of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear everywhere in the world became the ideals of the American policy. The memorial, symbolizing these aspirations of mankind, was designed by Walter Russell, given by Women's National Institute, and dedicated to the memory of World War II hero Captain Colin P. Kelly Jr., June 14th, 1944. And here we have this plaque, a tribute from the nation to honor Colin Kelly, first American hero of World War II, 1915 to 1941. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. The words of Jesus. Oh, and up here it's got a little, you can see it in there, 1943 by Walter Russell. It's a beautiful little park. It's surrounded by these oak trees. Just beautiful. Madison is a wonderful little town. And we'll just come over here real quick and look at this manor house. And I guess for the moment that wraps it up for Madison, Florida. And if we see anything else, I'll try to stop and film it. Anywho, aside from that, we'll see you down the road. And the top of the house. See you down the road.